What's going on YouTube? Let's just get straight into the topic for today. Okay, this is going to be a video response. YouTube used to be about doing these, and this is an old-fashioned YouTube video response to the Xbox community. And I guess I'm responding to BGST because they made claims about the new Xbox. And the main thing that bugged me, and I was telling somebody earlier that I was going to make a video about this. I told a few people that earlier that I was going to make a video about this, is the whole neutral gamer thing. I'm going to talk about that and the Xbox, and we're gonna get into it. So let's just keep it real, like I always do, as far as when I make these videos addressing people and life in general. But anyway, let's get straight into it. Okay, first of all, how can you say there's no such thing as a neutral gamer when there are people out here who actually enjoy video games? They don't enjoy consoles, they enjoy games. They enjoy games to the point where if a game comes out like Street Fighter that I really hated that it only came out for one console, you have to decide. Do you say fuck it because it came out on a console you don't prefer? Or do you be a gamer and you go neutral and buy it for the other console? Now, yes, granted, everybody has a preference. Of course, you're going to have a preference, or you're just going to have some kind of logical reasoning in your own mind as to why you prefer something over the other. It's just you prefer being left-handed over right-handed, right-handed over left-handed. You prefer putting your shoes on left foot first, right foot second. I mean, it's common sense. So to a degree, it's kind of really ridiculous for people to actually say that there's no such thing as neutral gamers just because a gamer who games neutrally has a preference. So right away, I'm gonna have to debunk that and respond and say to Tim Dog that that's actually not true. I mean, I heard a video where he was pretty much going off, and granted, me and him have gone back and forth before on Twitter, and I can honestly say from talking to him that he seems like a kind of level-headed person out of the most of those guys over there. But hearing him say that about neutral gamers and stuff kind of bothered me because I'm sitting here saying to myself, why limit yourself in what you can do when you can just be a gamer and not worry about what game a console comes out for? You know, or should I say what console a game comes out for? I mean, it just makes no sense to me that you would discriminate because to me that's discrimination. And I mean, I know I'm not a hip hop gamer, but I just mean it to the sense of like, okay, say you like white hoodies, and the only company that's making white hoodies, and not the ones with the two holes in it and no mouth, the company you like, a company you do not like, is the only company that makes the white hoodie. Are you gonna never buy white hoodies again, or are you gonna buy it from that company? You know, you have a choice to make. But if you decide to say, okay, I hate this company, and you have a logical reason for it, then that's different. But just hating it just because it's not your preferred company, it's kind of, discriminating because you hate it. You can say, okay, I won't support it, I won't mess with it, but if they make something I like down the line, maybe I'll get it. You're just completely ruling them out off of the strength and fact of it being a certain company. That's definitely a form of discrimination. So yeah, you guys are discriminating when it comes to your video games, and it's disgusting. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out there for some of you guys that are talking about the new Xbox that's getting ready to come out. I want to warn you guys, you have to be careful because what you guys are doing when you hype up these consoles like this is you're setting yourself up for failure again. This is going to be the E3 of 2013 if you continue this route. Now, the reason I say this is because this looks all too familiar. They're going to announce new PlayStations and new Xboxes at E3. And last time this happened, was it something that destroyed the Xbox brand or damaged it a lot? Of course. So, all these claims and accusations about the new Xbox that's getting ready to come out. First of all, the name Scorpio, that can't be the real name. So right away, I'm skeptical about all of this. I'm not even sure if the PS4 is going to be the PS4 Neo. I think these are just names that they're using for the projects, and they're probably going to surprise us at E3 with the actual name and everything. Now, according to my understanding, the new PS4 is going to be aiming to hit 1.8 teraflops, and the new Xbox is supposedly going to hit 6. Now, right away, the Xbox community, and this is why I had to make this video, went ham. Y'all guys went crazy. You were the first guy saying that you did not think numbers mattered. Resolution didn't matter. Frame rates didn't matter. Just play your games. What difference does it make if it's 1080p dynamic? What difference does it make if it's 720p or 900p? What difference does it make if it's 900p or 1080p? Now you get 6 teraflop rumors, and you guys are hitting the wall. You guys are running down the street hitting anything that doesn't resemble a fucking Xbox with a bat, and it's retarded because you're setting yourself up for disaster again. You're hyping up the console and you don't know what's going to be in it. You don't know if it's going to be a new Xbox One or a new console altogether. It could be an upgraded Xbox. Now, the reason I hate these type of situations is because this happened before. We saw this before. We saw the Xbox 360 get 5 iterations of its actual hardware to the point where it was actually different. The motherboards, the HDMI port. Remember, the first Xbox 360 didn't even have an HDMI port. It had the AC, it had the RCA jacks, pardon me, and it had HD capability, but it was analog. It had the 6 jacks instead of the 3. Then when they came out with the new Xbox and went full HD, or should I say full 720p native HD, because it's not full HD technically, they switched to an HDMI port. And then once they switched to an HDMI port, they started changing the motherboard. So from the beginning of the Xbox 360 up until the final release of the Xbox 360 console, there were at least 5 iterations that I remember repairing and working on, and these were actual different on the inside. These consoles had different hardware. And the PlayStation 3 had different models as well, just like you had the PlayStation 3, which is the one that I brought when it first came out, that has backwards compatibility on the actual system where it can play PS2 games on the PS3. I have that one sitting right down over here. The original PS3 that can play PS2 games. Now, that was a rare model. That was the 60 gig at the time. And yeah, man, that had iterations of the PS3. There were 3 versions of it. There was the 60 gig, and then there was the one with the backwards compatibility on it. There was the one without, and then there was the newer model that had the slimmer hardware in it. So there were at least 3 of those. So you guys have to stop acting like because they're releasing new consoles and tweaking them, they're gonna be Jesus boxes and they're gonna do all this amazing stuff when they come out, because you're gonna get the E3 and be mad. So be careful. We are not 100% sure it's gonna hit 6 teraflops, and if it hits 6 teraflops, that still doesn't mean it's gonna do 4K gaming. That just simply means it has the capability to handle 4K content. Now, can it upscale to 4K? Yes, but you would still be going through what you're going through now, where if it upscaled to 4K from a native 1080p signal, which is 4 times 1080p, it would look bad. So we would end up in the same boat. Now, I'm thinking 1440p, which is considered UHD, which is Ultra HD or SHD, Super HD, 2K, whatever term you choose to use. But the commercial term right now is UHD for 4K. 4K is UHD, and 2K 1440p is considered SHD. So that's super high definition. So for you guys that want to know the proper terms, I'm thinking you can get 1440p out of some things. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to be pulling 4K, because if you pull 4K, you're going to end up in a situation where the 4K is going to be just like the 1080p 30 is doing right now on these consoles. So you don't really want to be hyping this up, man. You just want to be thankful and glad. And the fact that you guys are being hypocrites saying that the numbers don't matter, all of a sudden now that the Xbox is rumored to have 6 teraflops and the new PlayStation is rumored to have 4.8, which is pretty much 5, you guys get 1 point above them in the teraflops, or should I say 1 million floating points above the PlayStation, and you guys think that you won, and you think that this is happening, and you're going to go to E3 and be mad, I'm telling you. Now, I just got a report in my email stating that the reason that they're making this new Xbox is the same reason they're making a new PlayStation 4, is because they're going to have virtual reality. So I don't know if they're gonna use the Oculus. I'm assuming they have to, because the HoloLens is way too expensive and it's not actually for VR. It's for AR, which is a different technology completely. It's way more sophisticated than virtual reality, way more. So that's definitely not something that's gonna be working on anybody's console. As a matter of fact, it's not gonna be working on most people's PCs that have SLIs and all of that. You're gonna need like a SLI 1080 to run that. So let's just get that out of the way. There's no way any console's playing that. So I'm assuming the Oculus Rift, which I heard is rumored to be working with the Xbox. It can't work with the Xbox. It's probably what they're gonna go with in that situation. And I'm probably gonna get my hands on one probably sometime around Christmas or a little after. But I'm gonna try out that PS4 VR. Now, real quick, I want to tell you guys that didn't watch the video that I uploaded where I got views from the sticks, where I talked about it towards the end of that video. The PlayStation 4 that's currently out is running the VR very poorly, to the point where you better not try it, and if you do, you're going to have a bad experience. So someone should be putting that out there. I don't know why they're not really telling people that clearly, but I'm assuming after E3, the cat will be out of the bag because all of this stuff will be at E3, and I will be reporting to you guys live from E3. I will be there. I will be going live on my Facebook. I will be uploading videos on my Instagram, and I will be uploading videos here live, letting you guys know what's what. I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging. I'm going to upload a lot of videos between today, right now, when you see this video, up until when I get back from E3. I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos because now the content's starting to come out. There's a lot of information to spread, and I'm going to be spreading that information to you guys. So hopefully you guys mess with me because, like I said, there's so much to talk about. Like, we're going to get into this whole Xbox situation, this whole PS4 situation. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to give you guys that under the hood, information. I love to go under the hood of these hardware. That's my favorite thing to do. So you guys know I'm going to give it to you raw. Now, as far as the 5 teraflop PS4 Neo and the 6 teraflop Xbox Scorpio, we will see. Now, the problem here is, of course, once again, PlayStation is kind of getting a jump on Xbox and releasing its console first. So I don't know, man. I don't know if the Xbox is going to be able to really do this because, once again, Sony seems to be able to keep one foot ahead of them as far as, okay, they get the console out first and then they're going to get the VR out first. Now, Xbox is going to come around for the next holiday season with their VR and all of this shit. And I just think that, this is the problem. So you guys really need to stop hyping this stuff up because, remember, the PlayStation is 6 teraflops, the PlayStation is 5 teraflops, and the Xbox is 6 teraflops. That doesn't really mean that the Xbox will outperform the PlayStation simply because you got to always remember in a battle, the PlayStation sold the more units. So the developers will cater more to the console that sold the most. So they'll develop their games around this console primarily, just like with PC gamers like myself. We had to suffer with games like Quantum Break because it was developed around the Xbox and ported to the PC. So just keep that in mind because you guys are always digging this grave. And it's kind of embarrassing to see it. And it's to a point where I just want you guys to stop because E3 is only 2 weeks away. Let's see what happens at E3. Let's see what they reveal. And then we could go from there. So you guys don't have to keep putting yourselves in that situation, man, where you're going to be embarrassed and mad. Because Sony might come there and blow the doors off the Xbox just like it did last time. And I hate to say it. I think that's what's going to happen. Simply because they're going to have this VR situation. And whether you guys think it's niche or not, it's an experience that is amazing. Even if it's a gimmick, if it's a one-time thing, it's amazing. It's a nice, amazing experience. Now, I also heard this guy Mooch talking about nobody's buying VR. Well, can I ask you one question? To any of you console gamers or you Xbox supporters that listen to that shit, if you think that that's true, go in front of your computer right now and try to order an Oculus Rift or a Vive, a HTC Vive, and see if you can even get an order. Because apparently these people think this stuff is sitting on the shelf and nobody's buying it. Well, guess what? Good luck getting one. It's going to probably be sometime next year, the end of the year, or when the second version of this hardware comes out before people can actually just walk up somewhere and just start buying these things, okay? So that was misinformation as well. So that was the reason I made this video because somebody needs to actually guide this information into the right place and not just be a hype beast all the time. Because the hype around the Scorpio is ridiculous. And the fact that people are getting blocked, it's not that you're getting blocked because you represented the Xbox. You're getting blocked because you guys are following a gang mentality. Think about it. A purple emoji is flagging. Now, granted, people may be taking that too far and too serious, and you guys are hype, and it's cool. I'm excited too. I want to see the Xbox come out and do what it did with the 360. I would love that. I would prefer that. But at the end of the day, I just know that, hyping up stuff before you actually have it in front of you, it's not a good thing. That's what's been failing us all this time. We have to get this stuff in our hands and let it do what it do. Let it be what it's going to be, and then we can see if it's great. We don't have to hype it up because if we're hyping it up, we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. So that was why I made this video too, because I see you guys going in that direction and it's so sad. And I was like, let me just make a real talk video and speak to you guys like I do when I see you guys going down the wrong path. The Xbox Scorpio is only 1 teraflop, which is 1 million floating points above the rumored PlayStation, which means that it kind of might not mean anything. Let me just get to the point because, like I said, game developers are going to look at 60 million PlayStations, 18 million Xboxes. Who do you think they're going to develop the games for? I ask you this question since you think that because the hardware of the Xbox is more powerful, that will win. That is not the case. That is usually not the case. The PlayStation is dominating simply because it sold the most. It's not about the hardware at this point, because when you look at it, the consoles are very similar, guys. They're performing very similar. So hopefully you guys took your time to listen to this. Like I said, do remember, subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I will be giving you a lot of live coverage from E3. I will be there, unlike these people that like to talk from the couches. Shots fired. Bang, 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 bang. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. Real talk though, do follow me on that social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube. I will be going live. And as far as the YouTube channel is concerned, y'all gonna have to pardon me because I gotta upload a lot of videos, man. I'm gonna be hitting y'all with a lot of videos, man. Probably 2 a day, one every day, something like that's gonna be happening. I already got mad videos on the backlog that I need to drop on you guys. I got a lot of reviews for hardware, just mad stuff. I got mad gaming related content, of course, and I'm gonna be dropping it. So hopefully you guys are messing with me, man. Hopefully you guys will be messing with what I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot. Alright, I'm out of here later, man. Peace. And stop hyping up these consoles before you get them, because E3 is gonna come and you people are gonna be pissed. Okay, just be prepared. The virtual reality is real. Be prepared. Breathe. Take it in, breathe out, and just be ready, because you're gonna be angry if you listen to this hype. Okay, that's all I'm gonna warn you about and tell you now. Pretty sure that we've seen this before, and we've been here before in 2013. And everybody's running around 6 teraflops, 6 teraflops, 6 teraflops. Don't be surprised if Sony surprises you at E3, man. Those guys are crazy. I know the console's right around the corner, so they have to have them already manufactured. Who's to say they don't have a more powerful version? See, this is all what we gotta see, man. Anyway, I'm out of here. Later. Peace. Exactly the same as far as the edges and the way that things reflect. Now, the game should be around 1080p, but this is not confirmed. On my display, it did register as 1080p on both consoles.